having a wonderful Tuesday. Y'all know this is the time to talk about it. And we are super excited. I'm here with my girl, S. Marie, and we are about to get into some things. But let me just shout out all the people who are on our broadcast. Hopefully, you come on in, like it, share it, introduce some people who are new to the broadcast. Let them know that we are here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Central Standard Time. Make sure they come on in and get a piece of this because I'm telling y'all, we're on YouTube, Facebook, IG. And last week, if you didn't catch it, baby, you missed it because I'm saying it was so good. S.
Yeah.
Marie, what about we went over time, right? We normally do 30 minutes, baby. We was on here for an hour strong because it was just that good.
was it was amazing. I was so happy about the feedback, the interaction. Um,
Mhm.
as I said, I've come accustomed to certain people joining and just the impact that they have on us for us to be able to share and just spread love is what it is. And it is super amazing. I was super stoked for like 4 days. I feel like I'm still stoked about it. It was a great opportunity to just share just information and share with each other about the struggles that we all go through. And that is the purpose of Wife Talk. So it was nothing less than stellar.
Yes, yes, yes. I see Regina. Regina, we thank you for being one of our top viewers. We appreciate you coming on in and the input that you share. I know last week we had a wife confession. And so if y'all didn't get a chance to catch that, go back, look at the replay because I'm telling you, it was some good information that was shared, not just from us, but from our audience. They participated, baby. They was in the comments giving us their viewpoint. So that's what we really want. It's a community. I know we are out front, but it takes what they say a village. It takes a community to help us to, sometimes share when you're going through some things, you want to share with people who can give you some advice, who've been there and done that. And I think hopefully that is what we're creating, a safe space for people to pop in and, be able to confess what's on their heart, what they're going through, get some good advice, and then hopefully apply it so that it makes their marriage and relationship better. So,
Yes, successful marriages, happy wife, happy life, happy
yeah,
hubby, happy life, hot wife. That's what we're here for. All of that good stuff.
all of that, all of that. And just to kind of tell you a couple of things, if y'all haven't heard, we are doing an anthology. So the Hot Wife, Hot Life anthology is in full effect. We have some amazing ladies that are a part of that. So I'm super excited. We'll be releasing that maybe I think around the end of May, early June or something like that. So y'all stay tuned for that because you'll get to hear, some of the ladies and some of the stories, how they met and fell in love and but again some of the challenges because I mean at the end of the day we can talk about mind, money, and marriage, but we know that it takes commitment, it takes work with anything that you have. It takes a lot. And so today, we wanted to kind of tap into, y'all know at the beginning of the year it's all about vision boards, vision this, vision that.
Yeah.
And today on the Empowered Morning Show, we had a special guest, Pastor C. Porter, and he did such a phenomenal job breaking down vision, right? And he said that when you look at the scripture, it doesn't talk about a vision, it talks about the vision, and you need to go from A to the.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so powerful because when you're talking about a vision, you may be looking at other people's marriages, and we're talking about vision for your marriage. Sometimes you're looking at other people's relationship and you're like, oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I wish we can do that.
Right.
Oh, wow, where he do that for his wife or she does that for her husband. We're comparing
Right.
our relationship to somebody else's. And so we pick
Mhm.
up stuff that may not be applicable for our relationship. So when you have a vision for your marriage, it may not be the best vision
Right.
because you're looking to get the vision,
Love it.
right?
Yes, I
I
love
love
that. That is, you hit it. It's you can't want what someone else has. You have to want what's for you. What's for you is for you. There's a big saying. I'm
Mhm.
sure you all heard of it. Only want what's for you. Don't want what A Love has. Don't worry about what S Marie has. Want what you have. Because what is for you is something that you want, it's something you create, it's something you build, and you share it with whomever you choose to share it with, but it's unique. Just like we are all unique, whatever your vision is, make sure it fits your mold. It's for you. It fits in your square box or your circle box, whatever you feel that you have, make sure it's something that you envision, present and future. You want to have a vision that supersedes where you are right now so you can go to greater paths in the future. And that's what vision is all about. You have to foresee or, make strides to where you want to get to. So again, it's not it is exactly what A Love said. The vision, that master plan that's for you and your spouse and your family. I love
Girl, I love the master plan. We talk about sometimes achieving the ultimate relationship.
that.
The ultimate relationship is going to take work. It doesn't just happen. It takes you, because there's highs and lows in anything in life. You have highs and lows in your marriage. But if you want to be successful, if you're trying to have that ultimate relationship, you got to put in some forethought. You got to put in some things, like they say, a three-stranded cord is not easily broken. When you add God in the mix, that's going to help you when the times get hard. That's going to help you when, it's that for better or worse, when worse kicks in. That's when this three-stranded cord is so important, for rich or poor. When you rich is not always the best thing, as they say. It's a lot of rich people who do things that you wouldn't expect rich people to do, right? Whether that's committing suicide, whether that is, having divorces and things like that. They are just like everybody else. But
Absolutely.
rich can be bad for you and poor can be bad for you. But when you have God in the midst, it makes it a lot easier to navigate one way or the other, the high or the low.
Absolutely. You are on a roll, A Love. That is so true. It is hard work and it takes commitment, but most of all, you have to make sure that you're happy in all of that. Most people think that, oh, rich people, they're so happy. No, they struggle just like us. They have their own burdens, demons, or whatever it is that you want to call it. They all have something on their back that they're dealing with, and they put their pants on the same way we do, one leg at a time. So just because you have money does not mean that you're happy and you have all this freedom. They say more money, more problems. That was a Biggie Small quote, right? That was in his song. And I believe that because when you have money or these riches and these materialistic things, you may have these things, but you may be empty inside. And some people just assume that, oh, if I were rich, it would be so much better. Would it really?
Would
Would it
it really?
really? You just never know. So wish for greatness, for as the Bible says, the love, the faith, the wisdom. Wish for those things, and it may bring a wealth of prosperity, whether it's money or whatever. But mostly, you'll be happy because it's not you wanting something that someone else has. It's wanting what is best for you, what you need to get you through your life, your marriage, and you're building something, as I said before. It's what you want. It's not about someone else and their dreams and their wishes, because again, I could have $1 million tomorrow. Would that change my mind if I'm depressed? Absolutely not. If I'm aggravated about something, would it change that aggravation? No, unless it is focused on money. So we should stop building our mindset around money and materialistic things and build memories and set goals so we can become prosperous, but not financially only. Let it be mentally, physically, and financially, academically, and financially. You want to put all of that in the mix. It's not just one thing, it's a plethora of things that you want to build and let it become one. And that's when you have genuine happiness and you are at peace with yourself and what's going on with you and those around you, because they will feel it, they will see it, and you never know how your happiness and your comfortability with yourself and how your life is going may affect someone else. And they may build and feed off your happiness, not trying to copy you, but just wanting to grow right alongside you. That's why they say be careful who you keep company with. Because if they're down and you're down, that may not be a great connection, but it may, because you can uplift each other. But at the end of the day, want what's for you and not for that other person.
You better come on with it and drop that knowledge. I think that, when you start talking about finances and things like that, and rich and poor, the last part of that is in sickness and in health. If you're sick, I don't care how rich you are, it doesn't help because you're dealing with sickness. But you want somebody who's going to be there for you when you're going through, excuse me, a sickness. You
Yeah.
want somebody. to be there and not out spending their money or getting their life, waiting for their life insurance policy to kick in. So that's why your vision for your marriage, that's why sitting down, and I'm saying when you're getting married to somebody, when you're in marriage, and I don't care if y'all just got married or you've been married for 30 years, it
Mm-hmm.
should be a routine thing. As you were talking about what you want for your career, what you want for your business, what you want, with the house, the car, what that vision is, traveling, all those things.
All of
Your
that.
marriage requires you to sit down and have a conversation. What is it going to look like for us this year? What is 22? What 2024? What are we doing? What
Right.
is our goal for our marriage? What do we, do we have these kind of conversations? And for a lot of people, they never talk about it. They get married, and before you know it, everybody's doing their own thing, and you don't have a strategic plan that the two of you are working towards accomplishing. Because at the end of the day, and I'm just read this as far as it talks about vision. A vision plan is defined as an aspirational description of what you would like to achieve or accomplish in the short and or long-term future. It is intended to serve as a clear guide for choosing current and future courses of action to achieve the desired end. If we know we want to experience a great marriage, but do we plan for it? And that vision is the steps that you can take to help you achieve the great marriage, the beautiful marriage, the wonderful marriage, the fulfilling and successful marriage that you want to have. But you got to sit down and have a conversation. You got to sit together, just like you be doing when you cutting out these little things out the magazines, or you doing a digital board and you selecting images. Do you have images of the two of you together? Maybe y'all want to take your trip. What does that look like? When are we going to do it? So you have something to look forward to. Are you planning to say that, at the end of the day, we want a certain amount of money in our bank account? Have y'all talked about what that looks like? If you say that for some people, maybe this year is the year you want to have your first child. Maybe y'all been busy doing the career thing. And now you say, you know what? When we get a certain amount of money, we're going to plan to have a family. It's
Right.
so many things that you can put on this vision for your marriage, but it requires taking the time to have conversation.
Absolutely. And you said it, it's time to, money is, again, it doesn't grow on trees. Absolutely not. And we all know that it takes money to build a family, to have a home, to have vehicles, and all the things that we love to do. But most importantly, you can always have a means to provide for yourself when you're working and doing things. But time is something you can't get back. So the importance of having a vision board or a goal, for your marriage is important because that's how you get to those next levels. Everything doesn't happen spare the moment. There are some things that happen spare the moment and it feels great, absolutely. But hands down, when you don't have a plan, you leave room for mishaps and things to get in the way. When you plan for it, you have, the opportunity to foresee little things. Oh, well, we're, light on this side. Well, we need to be a little stronger, but we're strong over here. So let's put a little focus over here. And whatever those things may be that you need to focus on are important. But as A Love said, it's doing it together, mapping it out, having something sustainable that you want to build and grow with each other. Because it's not easy, raising children. If you bring children into the mix again, it is time. It is time. Money, yes, we know that. I think at one point they said, to raise a child between birth to 18 was, I think it was a couple years ago, it was maybe half a million to $1 million. That includes college and diapers
Yeah,
and all the
yeah.
things that you may, incur when you're, bringing a child into this earth. But at the same time, you can accumulate money, you can accumulate wealth when you plan for it.
Mm,
However, you can never get that time back. So the importance of having a vision and focusing and having that clarity of where you two see each other as a couple, it's time. You have to map that out. It's important to map it out so you can see where you want to go. And again, like I said, there will be setbacks, but when you know where you're trying to go, you have the availability to address those setbacks or kind of bring it back a little bit. If something goes left, that's fine. But if you mapped it out and you know that it's going left when it's like 20% there, you can change that around.
mm,
So when you have things planned out or you have that vision, you're able to make changes as needed. And when you don't plan accordingly, things fall by the wayside and they just, it makes your life a little bit harder. And that's when we go into those depressions. We get quiet, we don't talk. But when we are communicating and we both have clarity about where we want to go, what we want to do, how we see our life, what vacations we want to take, you have that foundation. That's what it is. It's a foundational marriage, and you're doing everything you need to do, but it's starting with communicating with your spouse and taking that time to plan out what it is that you want to do. Because again, three calls, as you just said, no one can do that for you. That's between you and your spouse, and then you want to pray about it. So that's your three call. Those are the conversations and the ears and the eyes and the minds that you need to have into it. It has to be you and your spouse, so you're prepared. You always want to be prepared for the unknown, right? We're not
Yeah.
always prepared, but if you can, you want to make sure that you have some flexibility in that. So what you said was really important. It is time, and that's what people fail to do, is spend that time with each other, mapping out where they want to go and what they want to do. So I love the fact that you brought that up. Time is something you just absolutely can't get back, and you want to use your time wisely in everything that you do.
Exactly. And I looked at this quote from Yogi Berra. So, he says, if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up
Oh,
someplace else. And I thought that was so important. When you're talking about your marriage, relationships, and I mean, in any part of your life, if you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up somewhere else.
yeah,
Well, when you talk about marriage, that's somewhere else. The worst case scenario is divorce. If you don't have a if you don't have a destination in mind, or you don't have a plan in place, then it's easy to get divorced because you're just not, focused on y'all just doing things. You're
yes.
not structured, right? You're not thinking about the longevity of it.
Hmm.
Or on the lighter end, it could just be being unhappy and dissatisfied, because the expectation hasn't been set. You thought it was going to go one way, and y'all are not on the same page. You thinking, you want to go hang out every weekend. They're thinking like, look, I ain't got time to be spending money doing that. I'm trying to build something. You're not on the same page. That
Right.
leads to an unhappy relationship. So when you start
Absolutely.
planning, that's what it's kind of sort of like, how you say being spur of the moment. Spur of the moment is fine for temporary things. Spur of the
Yeah.
moment, we may say, what you want to do? Well, let's just ride and just see where we're going to go. We do that short term, temporary. But when you're planning a real trip, when you're going somewhere that you're going to spend some money and stay for a number of days, guess what you do? You get out a map, you plan it, pick up the hotel, you do the plane, the airplane fees, you do
Right.
all these things. You put a little bit more effort into it when you're investing a lot of money.
Right.
Same for a vision. It is putting some time and effort into what you're trying to do. So we had a few of the benefits that we want to say, because I know that we may not get to all of our components of an effective vision, but I
Right.
want to definitely tell you what the benefits are. So, S. Marie, I had on here the first thing is vision provides direction and helps you prepare for the future.
I
You
love
got
that.
to know where you're going. You got to know you want to prepare for the future.
You do. And again, it's being positive about it as well. I love the fact that you're saying it provides direction. But you
Mm-hmm.
know that when you want some direction, you have to be positive about it. Because if you speak negativity, what happens? Negativity comes in, and then you leave room for infiltration from others around you, or
Yeah.
situations when things don't go the way that you planned. As you mentioned earlier, we start to get depressed, we start to be less focused. Keep that focus, keep that positivity, and keep it going, and always try to see the end of the tunnel, a brighter end of the tunnel. Because again, life is not perfect. Expect the unexpected, but it doesn't always have to be bad. So having that positive mindset will get you, it'll get you to that next point. Because if you woe is me all the time, then what happens, right? Then you really believe that woe is me, and then you also change the people around you. So have that positivity going in, and with your spouse, there may be some times where they might be light on the positivity. You make sure you're positive, and then hopefully on the next time when you're light on your negativity or positivity, excuse me, they're going to uplift you. So positivity, putting together solid plans, and having that direction, as you said. And you have to be specific. I love the fact that you said specific. And again, you can't just be like, oh, well, around, we might go around Mexico. No, where are we going in Mexico? Let's be clear about that. Or we may have around 3 to 5 kids. No, how many kids are you going to have? Plan that out. Now, again, everything, again, there might be some, babies that just slide in there. It's happened. No worries about that. But again, be prepared for what you want, and also have, some direction. Okay, if this happens, then let's do this. Or when you see, as I said earlier, if you see something is not going directly as planned, then you have time to make those alterations. But it takes the communication, and it takes you being positive about that little setback, because you can always recoup what you lost when it comes to things, goals and things that you want to do. Goals can always be altered, but that time cannot. That negativity, you can't get your time back. If you set 5 months being negative and you had a goal that you wanted to meet in 8 months. So keep the positivity in your goals, in your plans, because everything has purpose.
Everything has purpose. I love that. And you know what? When you're talking about positivity in your vision, you got to go back what you said earlier. Surround yourself with people who are going to speak life into your marriage. This is the thing. It's so many people out there who, really kind of see marriage in a negative aspect. They think like, oh girl, look, you can't do anything, or, for the guy, oh, so you just gonna stay here and you're not gonna go out and have a good time or whatever. It's people who speak negativity, and when that happens, you got to guard that. You got to be mindful of that. At the end of the day, you got to always think positive when it comes to your relationship, and your vision should support that. It should have people that you want to spend time with, that pour into your marriage and say good things and help you to see the bigger, brighter, better future of the two of you together, not the worst case scenario. Not, okay, if things go south, you can always check out. You don't want to have people around you that's going to tell you that. You want people who are going to tell you that even in the worst case scenario, you can work it out. Things are going to get better. You want to surround yourself with people who, maybe you need to have marriage mentors, or, couples that you hang around where y'all have a good time and it's fun, but you see them progressing in life. You want to be around that, so you have positive influences around you. Those things help you when your marriage is, when the times when things are looking a little shaky. You can
Right.
always go to them and get that encouragement that you need, so that you can keep things on track. Because sometimes it just takes somebody saying the right thing to you to make you be like, you know what, let me go on and stop acting crazy, and be grateful for who I got. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Versus somebody else saying, if it were me, I wouldn't put up with that.
Right.
That's not who you need on your team right now. You
Okay. Right.
help you see the benefits, especially if you got somebody good in your life.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that you said, the importance of having someone on your team. But to go a little deeper on that, make sure you have someone on your team that is fully transparent with you, honest, and lets you know right, wrong, or indifferent. And I love the fact that I have a great circle around me of friends, people that I truly love, that I know when I am wrong, they're going to tell me. When I fall short, if I say, "Oh, I want to accomplish this year," my friends, my sisters, they rock with me. Girl, you said you was gonna do this. What's going on with you?
What you
What's going
doing?
on, S. Marie? Like, where are we at with this? And you want those people because again, they drive you. And as I said earlier, sometimes, we're not perfect, so we fall short. So if you fall short and your husband is falling short, you're both down, right? But you need those people that are going to pick you up and keep you honest, right? Especially if you're going to share your vision and share the direction that you're going in. Have those friends who are going to be like, "Girl, let's do this. What are we trying to accomplish?" And a lot of people feel, and I just want to touch a little bit on the friendship. Some people feel like, "Oh, well, this friend isn't married, so they don't understand." That's not necessarily true. They have goals as well. They've been in relationships. Now, they can't, give you advice always about your particular relationship, but what they can do is help you and be positive about your relationship. As A Love said, you don't want those friends like, "Oh, girl, I would have left. Oh, girl, well, you're not me." Okay.
Yeah.
It's easy to walk away. But the importance of being in a marriage is the fight in it. Okay. When we give up on things, we're giving up on ourselves. We're giving up time that we put in to be with someone and to love someone. You don't always want to throw things away. Again, there are always going to be different circumstances for different people, but it's the fight that wants you to stay in. So whether it's your spouse or even your friends, have that support system that lets you know, again, when you're right, when you're wrong, you're indifferent. If you're going to have those conversations, don't look for those people who are always going to say yes all the time. "Yes, girl, you're perfect. Yes, girl, you're the smartest woman in the world." No, we're not always the smartest people in the world. And we make those mistakes. So surround yourself with people who are positive, just like you, but you want to have those people who speak life into you as well. It's not
Yes. I,
always about, the finances and, kissing your butt or anything like that. It's really about having that support system that's going to help you reach your goals rather than having someone who's going to deter you from the dedication that you have put in your mind and your heart. And again, we all lose it sometimes, but the importance of having that support system, whether it's your friend or your spouse, then they're going to speak that life back into you so you get back on track, right? So
mm-hmm.
that's important. So I love the fact that you brought that up because again, everyone is not going to support you hands down 100%, and that's fine. But when you have those real good friends, those true friends or family members who know that you have a plan, and it can be a personal plan. It may have nothing to do with your spouse. But the fact that you have those people around you to uplift you and to build you, when you're solid, guess what? Your marriage is solid. You're happy, there's peace, there's communication, there's clarity. So that goes back to that vision. When you set up that vision, again, positivity, communication, clarity, direction, you have all that because you're communicating about it. And we've said this a couple of times in our other podcasts as well, is continue that communication. Always have pillow talk. That's the best time. You want to talk, you laying in bed, you something, good may not be on TV. You might get tired of Lifetime. You may not want to watch the basketball game. But what you can do is sit down and talk to your spouse and have good conversations about where you see yourself or what you're going to do this week. Map and plan things out. If you have that continued communication, you're going to be uplifted. You're going to feel comfortable. And again, I tell you, I'm an Aries. I need clarity. I need to have vision. I need to have organization, and the people around me know that. So when you find out what your spouse or your friends need when you're trying to uplift each other, it's better because they know you and they know how you receive and give love. And when you're giving and receiving in a positive manner, that's where you can reach your goals because you're trying hard, you're focused on reaching that goal so you can get to another goal. And that's the key. I tell people all the time, it's not about one goal. You make a goal so you can do what? Accomplish it. No, 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 no. You want to accomplish it, you want to master it, and then you want to set another goal so you can do the same and you want to continue on. So you just do that in life. And that's again your positivity and that direction that you mentioned, A Love. We have to have solid direction, but it takes time and communication.
It takes time and communication and a positive direction. And I'm gonna say this: I know we're getting close to the end, but when you have a vision, your vision should be clear on your expectations. It should be clear on your standards for your marriage. It should be clear on what you will and what you will not do. A lot of times, we don't really have those kind of conversations, but you want to know, like, are we investing in these things? Are we getting over here? Are we doing Bitcoin? Are we doing crypto? Are we doing all this stuff? Or somebody else may be like, oh no, I don't play with my money like that. I want to do this safe. Maybe we flipping houses or doing some things, but you got to be clear so that together you are moving future forward to
Absolutely.
whatever your goals are. So your vision can help to keep you on course, right? When you're off course and want to do something, you got to go back to, hey, wait a minute. What we said is we want to have X number of dollars in the bank account by the end of this year. Where are we? If we do this investment, is it helping us accomplish our goal or is it taking us away from our goal? So it's really important for people, take some time, spend some time so that what you're doing together so that y'all can move in the right direction so you can accomplish your goals. Like Esmery said, it's not just one goal, it's a continuation. You hit something, baby, dominate it, hit it, and then go to the next thing. Because as you're moving forward, you don't want to be stagnant in your marriage. Your marriage is supposed to be something that is continuously moving and getting better and better with age. Y'all should be having a great time together, but you should also be accomplishing things together individually and collectively.
Oh, girl, how can I follow that? And that was a whole bunch of goodness right there. I love collectively together. That's the key. Marriage is about that. What is our tagline? Mind, money, and marriage. It takes all of that. And with that, you can live your dreams. No one else can live your dreams for you but you. So you and your spouse, you create those goals so you can live the dream and the life that you choose to live. And that's it. Girl, who can follow that? That was amazing. I love that.
Point blank, period. Listen, y'all, the 30 minutes is up. That time goes by fast, but we just want you at the end of the day, main point is take some time to spend with your spouse, with your significant other.
Mhm.
Find some time where you all are getting on the same page and plan out some things so that you know where you're going in life. Together, you're stronger together than what you are apart. So if you were killing when you were single, baby, y'all need to be dominating when you're married, right? You should be building an empire together. If you were out here, doing big things as a single individual, then getting married should just take it to that next level. So
Absolutely.
put a plan together, have a vision, not just for all the other things in your life, have a vision for your marriage as well, and then watch it be successful. Watch y'all start hitting milestones in your relationships.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love that. And before we go, I just want to say, as always, we love and appreciate you guys for joining. But also remember, if there is a topic or conversation that you want to have, even if it is not a wife confession, still submit the wife confession and give us a topic. If there's something that you want to talk about, you want to dive into, let us know. And we'll definitely have those conversations because, again, this is about us, not a love in Esmery. It is about us as married women who want to grow. And those of you who may not be married yet, but that is your goal, we definitely want to have those conversations with one another so we can breathe life into each other and help us accomplish our goals and have that vision. So,
Boom. There you go.
um,
I love it. I love it. So listen, check out Wife Confessions. Make sure you submit something or either let us know, DM us if you don't have the information
absolutely.
available, but it is about us just coming together. So see you
Absolutely.
guys next Tuesday, same time, same place. Y'all have a beautiful rest of the evening and an amazing week.
All right.
Bye.